Welcome to the channel. The channel is for educations and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So yesterday I shared this video with the title, Fix This Major Wing Chun Technical Flaw Now, or else you don't have a proper function Wing Chun. After I shared this video, I got many comments under this video and also many messages. Today, I like to share with you that traditional Chinese martial art in general and Wing Chun have get into a really serious problem, or I should call it disaster. It is disaster because one is practically brainwashed, not educated, brainwashed to the point that one cannot see things clearly, one cannot comprehend what they heard clearly, and one not be able to make a logical sense out of whatever technical details there. So I want to share with you a few things. So I want to put this thing straight once for all, okay? The reason for that is you can mark in the history until the end of the time. If we don't have a proper education, you know there's no Wing Chun. And you know you are going to prison yourself into fantasy land. Okay? Now, for example, there's a comment yesterday, this morning or yesterday, say that seems like the continuous step training, first the straight stepping and then the curving triple step should be the first state of rocket. And as usual, I make this long reply. Why? What do I present here? What is the key point I present in this video? Obviously, this friend, now I'm not picking at him here, I just want to make sure that everybody understands. This friend is not watching my video. He is just listening to something really superficial, and he just take that, listen to what he like to listen, and he doesn't really go understanding on what I am presenting. And thus ask me these questions. So what is this video is for? What is the major Wing Chun technical flaw need to fix now? So when somebody write me this type of comment, I know they do not know what I'm talking about. I know they miss the big thing, which is I'm trying to presenting. And beside this friend, there's another friend commenting that when I say in other video, in this video, that the way how people train will never work against semi-pro like Xi Xiaodong. So he's saying that I'm wrong. People have using those kind of stuff. Xi Xiaodong stuff is just a marketing, and you always can go kick with the lead leg and all those kind of stuff. And of course, when people tell me that, I know for sure They have no idea what I'm talking about. Who cares for what lead leg or back leg you want to kick, or which leg you want to put in the lead? Because it is off topic. What do I present here? What do I present in this video? See, there's the problem. When one watch too much movie, one have no understanding of what is the details there. And then one keeping thinking that because of as soon as one have their one's own idea, then that's legit. And then everybody call themselves grandmaster. Okay. It is a serious problem. That's why today, like in China, people say traditional Chinese martial art is fake. It's because of this. It's this type of education. The brain doesn't work. So today, I'd like to share with you. Make this thing clear, or else you're not going to learn anything. Okay? All those movie stuff or this grandmaster, that grandmaster, that grandmaster, it's just nonsense. Okay? For example, people thinking, oh, Wing Chun fighting karate will be like this. Well, is the real life like this? I'm going to share with you. Okay? Movie, this is called movie. Okay? None of those things applicable in the real life. And also, some might say, oh, you know, Hendrik, this Wing Chun is for street fighting. Are you kidding? This type of thing for street fighting? I'm going to share with you what the heck's going on. What is the reality, okay? Now, in this video, one key point I'm sharing is the entire Wing Chun system, when it get to attack, to play the game called fighting, it is needed like a rocket where you have two-stage rocket. You have the first stage here to power, to thrust in. And then this is the second stage to fly. I share that clearly. If you don't have this first stage to boost or to trust the initial, you got nothing. It never worked in the real life. That's the first thing I share. The second thing I share in that video is your EG Kam Yong Ma. If you don't have the plyometrics type of ability, how can you power this first stage of the rockets? You don't have the first stage of rocket. So in order to solve this first stage of rocket problem, you need to have a proper EG Kam Yong Ma, as I share in this video. So with the proper EG Kam Yong Ma, only with that, you'll be able to do the plyometrics, the speed, the jump, the push-pull power, rational power, change directions. Without the proper EG Kam Yong Ma, what do you have? Clamping a goat stance, doing this, where scientifically know that it is a kiss of death. This is a kiss of death. So in that video, I share very clearly in details. Now, why asking me this? When the key is, do you know how to do a proper stance, develop your body, and so that you be able to develop the two-stage rocket, the initial states of rockets? That is how simple it is. So why asking this thing, continuous stepping, straight stepping, or curvature stepping, which is completely off? Without this type of training in your stance or your body, without the power, the rocket, the first step rocket, what is this for? What is a straight stepping or triple steps for? So it is like talking about, oh, I can drive this car straight or curve, triple step, whatever, but you have no idea on the engine. You don't have the engine. You don't know what is the engine. How does that make things work? Drive a fantasy car. And also, well, if somebody tell me, oh, when you fight, you need to have the lead leg kicking, or you have to have this lead timing. If you don't even have this body and the two-stage rocket, what techniques? Same thing. It is like talking about, I want to drive this Ferrari this way and that way, that way. Hey, do you have a Ferrari? Do you have the Ferrari with the engine? So people is fantasy into, I have a Ferrari, make believe I have a Ferrari, and then I can drive it this way, that way, exactly like this. That's where the world you live in. Whatever you see here, standing there without the second set of rockets, will it works for this? Just look at things how. Like a movie. Look closely. He can punch as he like. This is your don't care. Does this your don't care for that? Now, let's look into the real fighting in karate. This is 33 seconds and see how it is in the real life. This is about 10 seconds. This is about 10 seconds. This is about 6 seconds. So a real fight is like that with the karate. So why do I know? I'm a Kyokushin. So this you expect when you fought in the open, Kyokushin open is like that. Okay? Is even more, much more high intense than this. This is already really mild compared with this. Because people target you for KO. You like it or not, in Kyokushin, in the open like that, you're looking for KO. And you're looking for if you can KO your opponent. That's reality, okay? Not this. What is this? So what is real? Now you want to look into Chinese Kung Fu, the real deal? Look at this. This is 7 seconds. See how many strike with a full body two-stage rocket strike. Are you going to tell me that, oh, I'm going to use my lead leg to kick, and then I go in with this technique, that techniques when you face this kind of stuff? You're going to have this technique, that techniques, like in the movie again? Can you handle that? Can you really catch his hand? See the full body go? See the full body go? See the entire two-stage rocket there? The Kyokushin has its way of a rocket. The Chinese Kung Fu Chai Lei Fat have a two-way of rockets, two stage of rockets. When you don't have the rockets, how the world you going to fight them? Well, by the way, I only share with you what I have experienced. This is my Si Heng. This is Grandmaster Cham Gan Fai. We are in Fat San. So this is Chinese Kung Fu, okay? When you go real, so Grandmaster Chan Gan Fai is the chief instructor of military officials. Okay. So what is real? Now let me ask everybody a questions. Okay. Now let me share with you another thing. This is as everybody can see on the other video I share on the short strike. I can stand this far away, doing the angle shoot in. So this is the short strike. So this is a Kyokushin. This is a Chai Lei Fat. This is a Wing Chun short strike. All is a striking art. We don't even talk about like grappling art or other art. We just say this is a striking art. If you're Wing Chun without this pyromatics, which be able to support the staging of your rockets, how are you going to face this? How are you going to face this? Using your Tan Bong Fok techniques and kicks? How are you going to face this? How are you going to face this? I can stand this far away, doing an angle shoot in, which is like a walk. How are you going to face that? How are you going to face it? The reality. 我要攤打、伏打、立打, whatever that works. Look at this. All of this. From this 习小东 to Kyokshin to Choi Lei Fat to short strike. Do people care to dissolve your jing or block you with these techniques? Or I need to kick first. Do people care? Or people just go inside for you saying that, okay, if I can KO you in 2 seconds, I will not take 3. So that's how serious it is. If you don't have your proper E.G. Kamyangma, you don't even know about that, the two-stage rocket. You keeping talking techniques, talking about this, talking about that. What are you doing? That's how serious it is. Do you have Wing Chun or you have movie? Wing Chun movie. The reason I shared the last one, I shared with everybody already in that video. You got our brother and sister out there. If you don't tell them the truth and they don't train properly, you are put them into dangerous zone. There's a responsibility there. You want to talk technique? You know, I'm not the grandmaster of the world or the best fighter, but I train in the Kyokushin, I train in Choi Lei Fat, I train in the short strike. Can you please tell me, predict when we square? Like not now, I'm too old for that. Like 10 years ago, if we square off, what type of momentum are going to come in? With the Kyokushin way, with the Choi Lei Fat, or in the short strike? Which type of momentum I'm going to come in to you? Can your Tan Bong Fuk dissolve me? Can your Tai Chi Jing dissolve me? Which angle I'm going to come in to make the KO strike? Reality is like that. Okay. Not to saying that I am the number one fighter, I'm the best fighter. No, I'm retired, but I'm just telling you the truth. The minute you step into those dangerous zone and you never know what it is, that is where the disaster starts. You can get KO within seconds. Like you look at just now, I just share with you. In Kyokushin, practically up to 10 seconds, one guy get KO in the open. In the Choi Lei Fat, within 7 seconds, how many entire body spiraling continuous strike is there with different angles? As a Xi Xiaodong, you already see it. Even somebody say, oh, Hendrik, this is marketing. It's not marketing. That's real. Xi Xiaodong already very forgiven. You go join, you get Ding Hao and so forth, go join a Kyokushin or MMA, you see what is the outcome. So reality need to be known. One need to pay attention to, as what I just saying that, step by step, don't jump into this technique, that techniques, this step, that step, what step. If you don't even know how to handle your body, if you couldn't even handle your stance, what do you have? So welcome to the real world. And somebody's keeping still talking about this. Oh, in a street fight. Let me tell you a street fight. Street fight. Let me tell a street fight. 1970s, Indonesia. My my late father's sifu, a kung fu guy, a kung fu sifu, because somebody is stolen thing in the marketplace, and he's a good guy. He stopped it and thing. That night he get ambushed by 4 people, and he died. He's a good kung fu master. One by one, he's pretty tough guy, but he have ambushed. He get stabbed and die. Okay. My Kyokushin's senior brother, so the brother of my Kyokushin senior classmate, get ambushed in the gas stations. He's a good fighter. Okay. Street fighting. You want to go street fighting? There is street fighting. So don't tell me Wing Chun, I train this way. It's not for going up to the stage. It's for street fighting. You're putting people in dangers. When people go in the street, nobody going to fight you like in the movie, okay? And even in the ring, as you see, go join a Kyokushin Open or MMA Open and see for what is the reality. So stop to be all those, I stand there clamping my knees, and then I have the triangle shapes, and then this have the mind power, or I can take your force in my body, and this tan da lap da and whatever, and then this is for street fighting. I can spearhand you and all this kind of stuff. That's called fantasy. You cannot do anything in a real tournament, which is even protected by rules. You have referee to protect you. If you cannot do that, you say you want to go to street, I just tell you. My father, Sifu, get ambushed, died. My Kyokushin's senior classmates, younger brother, get ambushed in the gas station Friday night. He's a good sparring. Okay. Well, what do you expect? Kyokushin is for KO, right? So I put this straight to you all. I'm getting old. I want you guys to know what is the truth, what you get into. Okay, stop playing grandmaster, playing this grandmaster, that grandmaster. Have they ever go doing the real deal? And stop selling those magic snake oil on this mind power, that mind power, this and that. But never really train. And as what I said, if you want to train Wing Chun, if you don't have this, if you don't have a proper Yi Kamehameha to support your plyometrics, and you do not know how to use the Yi Kamehameha to develop your first stage of rockets, you don't have anything. Okay, you don't have anything. You can keep talking about straight stepping. I want to use this tanda, fukda, whatever da. It is totally, completely off of reality, because in the real life, nobody is going to punch you and then you can block like the movie I show you just now. People is looking from different angle, KO you. Okay. See, I'm a Buddhist. I don't like people to go violence. And whatever I share, I like to share reality, not to promote violence. The reality is mass. You want your daughter who have to walk in the campus at night, go to library because study in university, exposed to dangerous situations. You want your kids to do that? Or you want them to know what is the truth? There's a jungle out there. We don't want to go to jungle because we are not the military people. False security is really, really, really serious disaster. So this is what I like to share with you, okay? I say this is because you matter, okay? You matter. Use your life to do good things. Don't monkey around with nonsense and spreading nonsense.